Hello. Today, we're going to be making some bacon. I want to try to find the best bacon recipe because there's just so many different kinds of recipes for like vegan bacon using different kinds of stuff. Like I have a recipe that uses spring roll wrappers, carrots, and mushrooms. And I was just curious to try to figure out which one would be the best bacon. Yes, that is my goal. And we're gonna figure it out. I have 3 different recipes to try, all different like bases. The first recipe we are gonna be doing is carrot bacon recipe. This one needs to marinate for about 15 minutes after they're shredded up and mixed all together. So that's why I'm making this one first. We're gonna preheat. So conveniently, all 3 recipes, the oven has to be preheated to 400 degrees. So I'm just gonna make everything and then we're bake it all at the same time. So first, I'm gonna be peeling this carrot. Just gonna try to do I feel like this is a really, really big carrot. So I might cut this in half to get it a little easier to work with. So we're just gonna kind of cut them in. I need to be. Doesn't happen. So I'm gonna peel this carrot. Try using a vegetable peeler. This might be a little easier. There we go. Using the vegetable peeler to kind of get them in these thin strips, bacon-like strips, and then hopefully this will turn into bacon somehow. Back before I went vegan, I used to be a bacon connoisseur of some types. So I'm kind of excited to try this. I haven't had real bacon in a while, and I haven't really tried any vegan bacon substitutes. I'm really excited to see how these are going to turn out. Ooh, all right, this might be enough. I don't want to make way too much. All right, then we're going to start mixing together the marinade to get the bacon flavor on these carrots. Got it. So we're gonna do 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, and then we're gonna do 2 tablespoons of olive oil. We're gonna add about a half tablespoon of some maple syrup. Little maplewood smoked bacon. 1 tablespoon of tahini. Get in there. Now we're gonna add 1/4 teaspoon of paprika. Real spicy if I did that. Then we're gonna add a half teaspoon of garlic powder, and then we're gonna do 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. Probably good. Oh, I already smell it. It smells like bacon with a little liquid smoke. So we're gonna do 1/4 teaspoon of liquid smoke. Just gonna get it all on there. I'm going to set these aside for about 15 minutes so they can marinate, and we're going to work on our next one, which will be the spring roll paper. Okay, so it says it wants us to cut these with kitchen shears. I don't really have kitchen shears, so I think I'm just going to try using a knife, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully this will work. That's not going to work. So I found scissors, and I just washed them off. So hopefully this will replace the kitchen shears because the knife did not work very well. These work. All right, so now we're gonna mix all of the marinades for these. So we're gonna do 3 tablespoons of soy sauce this time. 3. And then 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And then we're doing 2 tablespoons of maple syrup in this one also. 1 teaspoon of liquid smoke. You get the little teaspoony guy. Oopsie, that was a lot. 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. Oh, this is onion powder. This is garlic powder. It's a half teaspoon to a teaspoon of onion powder. So I'm just gonna kind of, that'll be good. 1/2 teaspoon of paprika. Got it. It's fine. And then we're gonna do another half teaspoon of pepper. All right, we're gonna give this a little whisk. So I'm filling a pan with water because we're gonna dip the rice papers into this and then dip it in here and then place it on the pan. So this is gonna be our baking sheet. And then I got a little non-stick thingy so that the bacons won't stick to the pan. So there's 2 pieces on here. And then we're going to stick them in the water, but we're not going to stick them in there too long. Because not like when you're making spring rolls where it's all nice and soft and soggy. You want to just dip them in there so they're just starting to stick together. And then we're going to dip them into the marinade. And you don't want to shake them off of the marinade because you want all that flavor on there. And then we're just going to put them onto here. This one had a lot more steps than the carrot one. So hopefully it's better. We'll find out. Okay, so I stuck them in there for about 15 seconds. And then I'm going to dip them in this little marinade action. Plop them right there. So I think all of the marinade is getting stuck in between both of the rice papers. So that's how it's keeping all that flavor in there. A little fancy. Come here, buddy. Ooh. Done. So the next one that we're going to do is made with mushroom. The recipe said to use king oyster mushrooms. I could not find any, so I'm just going to use portobello's, and that's just going to work. Ooh. So, my mushrooms were moldy. Yeah. So I'm going to try to use tofu instead. Okay, so I couldn't find a tofu recipe that I liked and that I had all of the ingredients for. So I'm just going to use tofu, and I'm going to use the same marinade as I did for the spring roll skin things. We're just going to try that and to see how it works. Yay! So we're gonna just slice this up nice and thin. Now, we're gonna remake this marinade. 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. 2 tablespoons of this. And then we got a little bit of our spices. Don't know why I said it like that. We're gonna do 1 teaspoon of liquid smoke. And then we're gonna do 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. Boop. 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder. 1/2 teaspoon of paprika. And then some black pepper. Whisk her all together. And then this tofu, I want to press out a little bit so it gets all the moisture out of there so it can suck up all the flavors from this. Then we're just going to press them till all the moisture is out of them. So these are all nice and dried out. So now we're going to take them and just kind of place them in the marinade. I'm going to let them sit in here for just like a few minutes so it can really soak up all of the juices. These have been marinating for a while, so I'm going to lay them out. Get them ready to be baconified, whatever. I'm going to lay the tofu strips out now. Let's get cooking. See you back when they're all done. All right, I want to see if you can see them sizzling in there. Oh, look at that. See, the carrots are getting nice and crisped up. The tofu is still kind of baking. That one's probably going to take a little bit longer, but they're looking good so far. They're looking good. They're ready now. All right. So I think they're going to need a rest for a little bit. I'm just going to lay a few of them on the plate. Not burn my hand. Maybe that's a good idea. Oops, scoop this up. Drop her down. So I think I'm gonna put the tofu in for a little bit longer. Maybe these guys can get a little crispier. Honestly, I think I should fry these in a pan. Oh, I got an idea. Boop. All right, so I'm gonna like broil these for a hot second. That'll get them to be push on. There it goes. All right. These are looking pretty good. Oh yeah, they're starting to harden up a little bit. That's what she said. Hello, kitty. Isabel. Oh, I don't want to get your fur in my bacon. Probably already. Hey, no. That was rude. Getting hair in my bacon. It's hot. Wow! Holy fuck! Go the window. So that got a little smoky. We're gonna move our little guys over on the plate. Come on. Aww. So these are oh, no. Send help. I'm doing fine. The light turned off. Where were we? I don't know how to segue after that. Bacon! So we got our carrot bacon right here. This is the spring roll thing, and these are the tofu. So let's try these. I'm gonna judge these both on crunch factor and flavor. I think I'm gonna try the carrot one first. Ow, I just bit myself. It's good. It's kind of chewy. I'd say it's a 5 out of 10. It's kind of average. I'm gonna try the spring roll one next because this one I'm excited about. Okay. I like this one a little better. It's much crunchier. Holds a lot more flavor. This needs to marinate or soak in the water a little bit longer so it can get really crunchy and really crispy. It's just kind of chewy. I'd give it like 7 out of 10. It's not too bad. Now we're gonna try the tofu one. I actually kind of like this one. I think if you sear it in a pan, I think that would make it much crunchier and make it much better. I think the tofu, honestly, it has the best consistency. It doesn't have the crunch to it that I'm missing with this one. Both of them together, delightful. My search for the best bacon recipe is continuing. I will find more recipes and I'll find the best vegan bacon I can make. That is my goal and I will do it. So I promise I will find it. They're not too bad. I'll leave all of the recipes down below in the description. If you'd enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you'd like. I put out new videos every Friday. Yeah. Bye.